Hey everyone, it's Devon from the Maniology team back with another weekly live here at 1:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. You can find us here on another nail stamping journey. Whether it's tutorial, technique, or hack, we're here to discuss the details, and we are so glad you could join us. Also, if you love being a part of our vibes and you enjoy the nail stamping community that we've created, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every single time we go live or launch a new video. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you guys have had amazing holidays. We took a little break, but now we're back in 2025. And I'm so happy you guys could be with us. Please share a little bit about your holidays. Tell me how it went. What did you guys do? It's been a while since we have kind of had a chance to catch up and talk. So my holidays was pretty mellow for the most part. I actually really enjoyed it. Usually holidays can be really busy and there's a lot of planning, especially for those of you who are mothers or, not even mothers, but just a lot of the women inside families have a tendency to do heavy planning during the holiday season. So it can feel very overwhelming. So I hope you guys had a chance to rest. This holiday, I kind of had a chance to kind of sit back, and we kept it very simple and very low key for the holidays, and it was great. I highly recommend doing a no fuss holiday if possible. Anyways, today, what are we doing? I know you guys are like, all right, so what are we talking about? Today we're going to be talking about our Mani by Me Coquette plates. So if you guys don't know, for this month, the theme is Mani by Me. Mani by Me is our subscription program. And for this month, we decided to do a Coquette-themed nail stamping plate collection. So it has all kinds of cute designs from florals to, like bows, just so many classic things that you could use all throughout the year, not just for Valentine's, not just for like a specific time of the year. Lots of options. Anyways, we are going to be doing some nail art with these plates, and this time we're doing a different twist on it. I remember looking through the comments when we did our live for this box, and a lot of you felt that maybe the pink and red wasn't really your color scheme, but you would have loved to see it go a little bit alternative, maybe a little bit darker, a little bit more on the goth vibes. So today I am here to bring you some Coquette goth vibes. And for our color palette, we are doing some deep purples and black. So you guys are always going to ask, what colors are we using? We're going to be using a lot of different colors. FYI, so just heads up on that. So I think I'm going to run through the bases really quickly because you need to at least know what color base we're doing. So I did Delirium, Nightingale, Straight Up Black, of course, a classic, Marzipan, and also Bluebell. All of these are very popular colors and cult classics for Maniology, especially these two. These two, I mean, this is a given. Straight Up Black has always been our number one seller, our Straight Up Black and Bam White for stamping polishes. But these two colors in particular, they've been around for a long time and people love them for good reason. And then this is a newer color, Bluebell. When I say newer, it was 2024, I want to say. But I absolutely love this color. I've used it in so many different lives. And the Nightingale, I want to say this was a Mani by Me color, but also a really, really good color. It has its place. Like when you look at it, it seems a little dull or muted, but sometimes you need that kind of muted colors, especially for this kind of palette that we're going for. I think the muted colors is where it's at. Bluebell isn't as much, but it's just such a pretty purple. I absolutely love this color. Another thing that I wanted to mention, because I know I'm going to have people asking about my nails. So I'm using gel because I touch acetone all the time, every single day, all day long. It'd be very difficult for me to maintain polish. But if you want to get a similar look to this, if you have this collection, we don't sell it anymore, but this is the color Firefly. This really pretty copper color would be a perfect substitute for the brown base that I'm using, and I just did an ombre. So you could either do Firefly or even Bolt. Bolt, you're gonna have to sponge it on to kind of get more of that glittery effect because it is a semi-sheer, but you could do that with this. So either of these colors will work well as a base for what I'm wearing, and then I'm using crystals, like these see-through crystals, but I know a lot of people don't like feeling texture on their nails. So if you don't want that, then you can always use like blue flakies. So any flaky that has like a blue cast. And I think we used to sell some, or maybe it was in, I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. But if we don't have it on the site, I'm sure you guys can find some semi-blue flakies. It's not too hard. And then, yeah, you just layer it on top and it'll create this kind of effect. So for those of you who end up asking, that is the hack. That's how I did these nails. Mine is a little different, but you'll still get a similar effect doing it with polish. So back to our main focus. So today I'm going to show you guys 5 different looks that you can create using our Mani by Me Coquette and a different color palette instead of that traditional pink and red that you guys are seeing. Okay, so let's get into it because we have a lot to cover today. We're going to be doing some reverse stamping. We're going to be doing some customizing of our stamps. We're doing so much. Also, I forgot to check in and say hello. Hello to my A team. Hi, Grandma Mimsy. How are you? How's everyone else? How's Bees? How's the whole gang? Because there's so many of you. There's so many of you that I constantly see who are always right there when we need your help, answering people's questions and just, keeping the conversation going, keeping it fun. And we really do appreciate you all very much. Oh, something else I wanted to mention. Have a bunch of stampers nearby. I have a couple of stampers, so that way it makes your reverse stamping easy. Also, you're going to want to have any kind of detail brush, something that is preferably a fine detail brush like this. You don't want anything that is too thick because it makes it really difficult. And hold on one more second, everybody. Even this, our premium detail brush is great. I love the fact that it has a cover. Simple little note to share is that shorter brushes, shorter bristles like this, you have more control. Longer bristles like this, you don't have as much control, but they're great for really fine details. So yes, and then now I think we have everything. Like, I've got my scraper card, we've got everything. Just got to double check before we get into it. So let's maybe start off with some of the easier concepts to do. I don't know if we should go hard or easy first. Usually I like to start off easier, but if we have reverse stamping to do, I kind of feel like maybe this time we should go harder because the reverse stamping will need to take a minute to dry. So let's do the first design. I'm going to go with this design here. So again, this is plate MXM 144, and this is a part of our Mani by Me subscription program. Unfortunately, the only way unfortunately and fortunately, the only way you can get your hands on these plates if you sign up for our subscription, which is happening right now. So this box is available for purchase today. So if you love it, make sure you grab it. And now we're gonna grab our straight up black. We love straight up black. It is so useful. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Do I have to come closer? There we go. So yep, we're gonna use straight up black and start doing some reverse stamping. So today we're working on the harder thing first. I think this one is probably gonna be the hardest design because there are a lot of fine details. And that pickup's not bad, but I think I want a better pickup. Oh yeah, so let me tell you guys a little bit about my holiday. This year, we didn't exchange Christmas presents. I didn't even decorate because I ended up moving. So, I mean, it was really a no-frill holiday. We just got together and we ate some food. And even that, we didn't do like a super complex meal. I think we did kind of something simple. And honestly, it was awesome. I woke up, this is driving me crazy. I woke up late. We had cleaned the house like the night before and stuff like that. So I woke up late to a very quiet house and it was beautifully clean. And I was just so happy. My husband and I played a bunch of video games and that was the start of our Christmas. And it was phenomenal. It was the first time I've ever had such a chill Christmas. And man, I absolutely love it. And the funny thing is, like, I like Christmas, and I think, you know, it's really pretty, especially when you put in all the effort. I think last Christmas I put in a lot of effort. We had a Christmas tree. I mean, we did like all the things. But this year, this was a different type of piece that I experienced. And I don't know if I ever want to go back. It was so fun. Okay, so just to let you guys know, I am opening up a bunch of polishes now. We're going to be having quite a range of purples here. So I'm using marzipan that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to be using bluebell. I think I'm even going to be using, where did I just put it? Might want to try delirium. I even have mangosteen. We'll see. Yeah, I do want to try mangosteen too. And also so metal. So lots of colors. But the gist is grab a bunch of purple polishes in different shades and silver if you want. And then you're just going to go ahead and start coloring in the details. So yeah, my Christmas was very low effort. And I had a blast. I think the only thing that could make my Christmas even better is like traveling for Christmas. That would always be nice too. Go someplace else and let everybody else decorate Christmas for you, like another country. Like a dream that I've always had is I want to be in Europe, somewhere in Europe for Christmas. I think that could be really, really fun. I think I would like that a lot. But that was pretty much it. Even for, I think for New Year's Eve, it was also New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. It's also pretty mellow. Well, to a certain extent. Hawaii has a lot of fireworks on New Year's Eve. It's traditional to literally set off all the fireworks. So Hawaii has a huge, long, deep history with fireworks, and everybody will be setting them off. Something quite magical, especially if you don't really have that where you're from. Like, I know sometimes, you might go to a special place, like, I don't know, maybe your town will have some fireworks that the town will set off and put on for people to enjoy. But in Hawaii, everybody sets off fireworks. And I'm not just talking like little sparklers. I mean, it's like the whole shebang. It's a big deal here. So that was going on. But my family, we haven't done any of that stuff in a really long time, because in my immediate family, we don't even have like any small children. We're all just adults we're all adults. I mean, I think I'm the youngest in the family, and I'm in my mid-30s. So it was kind of quiet on our side, but it was still fun. I think I went home early that night. I spent some time with my family, had dinner with them, and then we went home early before midnight because my dog wasn't feeling very well. And then we just hung out in our bedroom, shut all the doors and windows to try to reduce any sounds from all the crazy fireworks and all the blasts, and hung out. Again, played more video games, watched some TV and stuff. It was lovely. As you can see, I am not the hugest party animal. And then I think on New Year's Day, our family celebrates by eating Hawaiian food on New Year's Day, and usually we'll have like Chinese and local food on New Year's Eve. So we had Hawaiian food on New Year's Day, and then everyone took a nap, and that was it. And I wish you all that level of peace and fullness. So please tell me, what traditions do you guys have for New Year's Day and New Year's Eve? So I'm just randomly coloring these bows, all different shades of purples. Okay, let's see. Yep. Looks good so far. Okay. Then I think I want to use delirium and bluebell. I am trying so hard to focus. Also, did you make any New Year's resolution? I made a few things that I set. I don't know. Sometimes I mean, I know a resolution is basically just like goals and things like that. I definitely have a few goals for this year that I'm trying to work on. One of them is learning more about financial planning and investing, and then also learning more about health and wellness, Specifically, I'm interested in traditional Chinese medicine. I am definitely the type of person who tries to look for natural remedies before reaching for how do I say, traditional medicines. So if I can avoid taking aspirin and using something else for a headache or a migraine, I prefer to do that. It's just a personal preference. I know everybody is different, but yeah, that's something that I wanted to learn more about. So trying to focus on wellness and finances, that's a big one this year for me. Okay, let's see. I guess I didn't share this news with you all yet. And I guess it happened more recently. But my husband and I purchased a condo. So now we'll have a forever home, and I'm really excited. It's going to be a while because it's being built. So we're just trying to save up funds for that condo. Because we'll have closing costs and a bunch of different things that we'll have to pay, moving costs, all that stuff. But it's going to be a while before we move in, so we have time. And I'm really excited about it. In Hawaii, things are very, very expensive. Housing is so insanely expensive. So it's really hard to buy a single family home here. But I personally, as much as I think I would like that, at the same time, I know my level of effort that I want to put in. And when I was living at my old place, the one that I was living at previous to the one that I'm currently in, I was living in an apartment. Well, it was almost more like a townhouse, but it was massive for me. I'm used to significantly smaller spaces. It's not uncommon to have condos or apartments here that are around 600 to 700 square feet, especially if it's a newer development for a 2-bedroom. So I'm used to that level of space. And my last house that I was in, I want to say it was about over 1,000 square feet for a 2-bedroom, and that was way too big. I found out very quickly that that was actually too big for me. As much as it was nice to have the space, it was a lot to maintain. So I couldn't imagine having a single family home. I think I would just feel very overwhelmed with the amount of responsibility and care that I would want to put into the house. Also, I really enjoy decorating and interior design, and I think I would be one of those people who are just always doing some kind of project on their home. So I think that would be a lot for me personally. So I think the condo was a perfect choice for us. And it was the size, a size that I'm more comfortable with managing and maintaining. Because of course, every single time you live in any place, there is something to manage and maintain. And I haven't had to manage a yard. I'm definitely an indoor gardener, but outdoor gardening, it'd be never ending for me. Especially because Hawaii is so sunny. So I think I would just be forever having to take care of the house. And I want to be the type of person where, yes, I have a house that I love and enjoy, but I want to be able to travel and, if I'm away from my house, not freak out or have to worry about oh, great, now I have to have someone come over and, spend 2 hours watering the plants because I like to garden. It definitely would be something like that with me. If I had a full a full garden, I just know I would have every plant under the sun. And then, because even when I did like indoor gardening for my own, one of my older places, it took me like at least an hour or two just for a small indoor garden because I would get like all meticulous about the leaves and everything and trying to wipe them. And yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay, so while we let this dry, I'm going to go ahead and work on our next design, and I'm using my favorite double-ended stamper. This design, I think, is going to be a little bit more chill. It's not going to be as intense as the other design I did. And actually, I kept on wanting to do this. I keep going back and forth. So it was like either this design or this design. But I really like this design. I think this just will look so cute here. This is beautiful too. Who knows? I might still do that. But I really like this design. I think there's just something so simple and sweet about it that I absolutely love. And over black, it's going to be great. Give me one sec though. I realize I'm using the monocle to do reverse stamping on, but I also want to stamp a bunch of straight lines. And if you're going to stamp straight lines, the best thing to do is use your monocle or your ice cube stamper because it's going to help reduce any warping. So if you've ever stamped straight lines, you have a tendency to get the wiggles and the lines end up being all wiggly. But when you use a monocle or an ice cube stamper, you're less likely to experience that. And that's the look. This was a very simple one, but it's so cute. And I feel like it just looks so well. Bluebell looks beautiful over the black. It's just a good color combo. Okay, so that is design number, I don't know. See, technically this is design number 1, but this is the one that's first stamped, so I guess that's design number 2. Okay, on to our next one. This one again is going to be a little bit more complex, but I really wanted to do it. We're going to use our double-ended for this, and I'm using my pink favorite double-ended stamper. Then I'm going to go ahead with black again. Pick that up. And then you're going to color it in. So I'm going to color in with Bluebell. And just going to use, I'm going to fold this. This was my palette from earlier. I'm going to use that again. But yeah, for all of you who are homeowners, or even if you're not a homeowner, but you have these larger like single family homes, you have a yard and all these things that you're maintaining, especially if you have family, kids, people you're caring for, man, you guys deserve an award. Because just for my husband, my dog, and I in our small 2-bedroom, it's a lot of work. Especially when you factor in things like, okay, if you cook or you exercise and you're trying to drink water and, hit your health goals and think about traveling or planning your finances, your retirement, all of that adult stuff, I guess you could say. It's a lot. It's like a full-time job. Okay, this looks beautiful. We're going to keep going and just coloring it in. So actually, I want to switch brushes. This brush is a little bit too thick and short, and I'm going to go in with this brush, and it's thinner, so I can just quickly go ahead and do that. I think this was a brush that you guys got in your Halloween countdown calendar. Was it last year? Oh, no, the year before last year. Wow, looks really, really good. So again, brushes that have longer bristles, they're great for thin lines, straight lines, which this is. Just make sure that when you're doing this, use your pinky to stabilize. So I have my pinky on my index finger and the stamper. Oh, gosh, of course. While I'm doing this to make it a little easier. So that way the brush does majority of the work for me. Of course, right after I tell you that, I make a little whoopsie. That's gonna drive me bonkers. Let me see if I can clean it off. Maybe I can use this short bristle brush to kind of clean it. So when you're cleaning your brush, never back and forth, never rubbing, always one direction. So when you see me clean it, usually I'm pulling from the base of the brush to the tip. Oh, hey, it's working. Cool. So I'm pulling here. I'm pulling this way to clean my brush so that way I don't damage the bristles. And then I think I fixed it. Yeah, I think so. Looks pretty good. I think I want to do the little like loopholes in silver. So you can either use a dotting tool for this or a brush. Actually, let me try using the dotting tool. It's right here. Let me make sure I clean off the bottom. Okay. The only thing about the dotting tool is you have to kind of guess a little bit. So for example, oh, well, I guess it's fine. There was like one part of it that I think I might have overdid it, but I guess it's okay. Let me clean this brush off again, because I think we have one little piece here that's not fully colored in. There we go. Let me see. I think we have it here too. That's it. Okay. So that is gonna sit and dry. Now we're gonna go back to our previous stamp, and you're gonna wanna grab some sticky base coat. So, okay, let's go right here and we're gonna grab this design this nightingale base, and then we're gonna apply a coat of our sticky base coat. We're gonna let that dry for a couple of minutes. Or well, not a couple of minutes. It's about 30 seconds to a minute. And then I guess it just depends on where you are. I'm sitting in AC, so usually it's a bit quicker, but sometimes it can take a little bit longer if you are just sitting in a regular room with no AC. Especially if it's warmer, I feel like it takes a little bit longer. If you have a fan going and stuff like that, that'll also help speed up the time. You're going to want to look for the reflection, and that's when you can kind of tell when it's dried a bit. You're not going to have perfectly straight lines. So for example, right now, when I look at this, I can see the reflection is super clear of that light, so I probably can't touch it yet, but as time passes, usually the reflection, it's not going to be like a perfect line like how I see now. It looks like two perfect diamonds almost. Oh, I'm so impatient. I always want to like touch. It's getting more distorted looking, but we'll just have to kind of wait just a few moments. Okay, I need to set like a timer near me so that way I can be like, all right, is it done yet? As you all know, I'm terribly impatient with these kinds of things. Let's see. I think it's good now. Yep. Okay. So here we go. Perfect. There. Yay. Okay. This looks so cute. And that's exactly how I wanted it to be. Vision came true. Okay. So this is originally design number 1, but now looks like design number 2. And then now we're going to go on to our next one. Let's see, is this done? I think I'm kind of worried about the silver bits, but when I touch it, it seems to be fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think for this one, we're going to go ahead and do it on. Oh, wait, hold on. My brain is trying to like think about all these different things that I'm doing. It's funny, I always have plans and then midway I'm like, oh, never mind, I changed my mind. So let's do it on this delirium base, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the sticky base coat again, and I'm just gonna paint it over the entire nail and give it a few moments to dry, like how I did earlier. Here we go. So let's give that a few moments to dry. And then let me see. Oh, the next design. The next design I'm excited for too. So we're going to have reverse stamping in that as well. All of these designs have reverse stamping. So it's well, not all, but majority of them have reverse stamping. So it's a heavy reverse stamping day for us. But I know you guys love watching the reverse stamping and totally do not mind being here with me forever while it happens. Let's see. That still needs to dry a little bit more, but maybe we can get, this is usually just, let's see. I can see through it still. Okay. Usually I reserve this stamper for specifically powders. That's why it's all cloudy, because what I found out is chrome powder, any type of chrome powder or glitter will cause micro scratches to your silicone stamper, which is why we recommend, being really careful with it. But if you have an old stamper that's kind of getting cloudy anyways, you can always go ahead and use it for chrome stamping, glitter application, chrome application, just all sorts of things. So I like to keep mines around for that, but sometimes, like today, I think I might use it for other things. Yeah, I think this is ready. So we're gonna just go ahead and stamp this on. Try your best to center. If you need to close one eye, go ahead and do so. And then this is the second design. Can you see that? I'm trying to look to see if I can see it on camera. It's kind of hard because it's shiny, but it's really cute and very subtle. Actually, well, no, I feel like in person it's not so subtle. In person I can see it pretty clearly, but I think because of all the shine, it makes it a little difficult. Okay, moving on to our next stamp. I want to use this base. I'm going to use this base and this is going to be a two-parter design. So we first have to do the reverse stamp, and then we're going to have to go in and do another stamp. This is the one where I was telling you where we're going to do some stamp customization with this. So we're going to do this design first and go ahead and grab black. I don't know why. I feel like black and purple are the quintessential goth or alt girl looks. Like that color combo just makes so much sense to me. Like how white and pink or white, pink, and red are coquette. I feel like black and purple are meant to be. Even, oh, the other thing I wanted to mention too is that if maybe purple's not your jam, but red and black, again, you could change all of this up so it's more of a red-black combo, and I think that would look really good too. But I wanted to do purple because I just felt like purple was, again, the quintessential idea of what I think of when I think of like a goth girl vibes. Okay, so I used Nightingale, and then let me clean off my brush, and then we can go ahead and color in some of the details. Oh, what am I doing? We're coloring in the stamp first. So go ahead and color in your stamp. Then just flipping my design over to make sure I got it all. So when I'm doing this, I know it looks like I'm dragging my brush against the design, but I promise you I'm not. If you could see, I mean, I wish you guys could see it, but I basically am taking the polish and like floating the polish over the design. Just like how you would float top coat, I'm trying to float the polish over the reverse stamp. There we go. And then I think I see some little white lines here, or not white, but empty gaps there. So I'm gonna take my other brush, clean it off because it's saturated in that purple. Yeah! No! Okay, well, here we go. Round 2. That's what I get for putting it so close to me. That's on me. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm gonna clean this stamp off and we're gonna redo it. And this time I'm gonna get it right, everybody, I promise. So grab your black and just pick up that design and we're gonna do it all over. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna clean all of this up with the dotting tool. And then now I'm gonna go in with my nightingale and we're gonna reverse color it again. But this time, everything is gonna go smoothly. Okay, so let me try with this brush because I wonder if it'll be quicker and faster. Sometimes, oh yeah, it's a lot faster. Sometimes reverse stamping can be a lot quicker if you use the right tools. So, for example, using that short brush, you saw how much I had to like dot, 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 which sometimes works depending what the design is. But other times, using a brush that has longer bristles like this can help make the process much faster. And then even when I'm trying to color this in, I'm not going like this, I'm going this way. So that way I can float the polish over the design. And what I like about this is that the bristles are so thin that it makes it easier to get in those really tight spaces. Beautiful. I feel like we got through this much faster than the first time. Another color combination I saw a lot of when I was looking up like Goth aesthetic on Pinterest and stuff was kind of like a dusty rose color and black. So again, there are many ways that you can spin this if you're not into like the pastels, like the light pink and red kind of combo. You can always do things like black. One, adding black will instantly make it a little bit darker, a little bit more edgy. But you could do black and pink for a more punk look. You can do purple and black for a more goth look. You can do red and black for a more, how would I say? Red and black doesn't scream goth to me. It screams more like rocker almost. I think you could do red and black for kind of a more rocker vibe as well. But lots and lots of ways that you can play with these designs. It's just depending on what kind of color combo you do. So again, the base for this one is Delirium, I want to say, and then we're going to stamp this on top. After that, we are going to use our floral designs here, and we're going to fill in some gaps with that. While that is happening, I want to do another symbol design. So I want to use this with this design. I had said that I wanted to do it earlier, but then I was still kind of on the fence. And now after thinking about it, yep, I do. I still want to use this design because something about it just really speaks to me. So let's go with black again. I I have delirium here, but I don't want to use it for this for some reason. I even have lunar lines, and I think that would have been pretty too, but I'm very much feeling this this black bluebell combination. It also kind of reminds me of like Kuromi. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a Sanrio character, and she's really famous. And Kuromi is purple and black. That didn't come out very nicely. Let me go ahead and clean this off again. I'm going to clean all of this off actually. Then maybe I'll try my monocle instead and see how that goes. So using this black polish, no, still no. Okay, you know what? I think that's a sign. I just need to wait until this is dry. Oh, it's already pretty dry. Let's see. Well, I need to. Can I chance it? I'm gonna do it. Yay, okay. Perfect. So we did our bow design. Now I wanted to go in with these florals. But I'm thinking, we might end up using both of the small floral designs. I want to go in with these florals. Give me a sec because I want to see what this looks like. I had this idea. Oh, I do love it. Okay, yay! So we're gonna do black florals, and I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off, and then we're gonna do some isolating with this. So let me move these polishes out of the way so I don't accidentally knock anything over, because you know how clumsy I have a tendency to be. And we're just gonna go ahead and pick up some of these pretty black florals. Then we're gonna go ahead and try to add some in the background. So if you need to take things away, feel free to do so. I'm going to be kind of taking things away and playing with it. Okay. You might have to just kind of shift things around and see what works for your design. Like how I am right now, I'm just kind of moving the stamp around, seeing what I can fit in. It looks so cute so far. Okay. Hold on, let's see if I can get a few more in there. Okay. So cute. I'm just kind of rotating it to see how I can fit things in. So you're gonna have to do the same. And you can do this with all sorts of colors. and make your own design. Oh, I really like the way this is turning out. Yay. FYI, if you're gonna do this, you might need to close one eye. That's what I'm doing right now. I think a lot of these stamps, hold on, I think they're starting to dry out. So as I continue, it's gonna get a little trickier. Oh, there. Actually, I like that one better. So if that happens, you might just have to pick up more design and just kind of go at it again. So I'm basically making my own pattern right now. Oh, it's so stubborn. There we go. Oh, but it's really starting to come together. Let me see if I can try it close. So we still have a few gaps to fill, but it looks really good. Let's see. And then any of the weird bits that are kind of cut off, sometimes it's good to have weird cut off bits. Part of the reason why is it helps make the pattern look more seamless. So you see how I have some like weird cut off bits right there? It's perfect. Because when you see everything together, it works. It just helps complete the look of the design. Oh, no, that's too dry. So if you wanted, another way that I would have done this, but I decided not to do it for you all because I don't know, I think it's more relatable to not sometimes. You could use nail foil glue and then everything will stay sticky forever. I didn't use nail foil glue. I didn't even use sticky base. I just kind of went in with a dry stamp basically and just filled in what I could. So I still have like a tiny gap there. I'm gonna add a little bit more from this design. And then after that, I think it'll be done. But this looks so good. I really like the way that this one turned out. And again, I'm just going to be picking up a small flower here to fill it in. Oops. And then I'm going to go use the back of this brush because it has a dotting tool. I'm just going to use that to help me remove all the bits that I don't want. Okay, let's see. Can I add anything else? Yeah, maybe I should leave it alone. I think I should leave it alone. I think that looks really good. Although it does drive me crazy that I think something happened there. Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining it. Yeah, I think that's good. I should leave it alone. I should not keep messing with this. So that is our fourth design. And then for our very last design, I wanted to do this pattern. So let's clean it off again and just use black. Okay, so I need a new bib. That one's all used up. Now this is the time where I'd use this for reverse stamping, and I'd just fold it like this and then use this part as a palette for my polishes. Then you can go ahead and grab this design with black. And we're going to use our double-ended. Yes, oh, perfect pickup. Because you can Hulk smash it. Like that. This kind of has a lacy look to it. If you wanted, you could even like do reverse stamping and color each of the boxes different colors. I think that could be really cute. You could even put little flowers in it. I'm like, should we put little flowers in it? I think that would be fun. Let me see. Do I have any cute little flowers? I have these flowers. I have more bows that could go in there. That could be kind of cute. Hearts and stars. Just something tiny. I wonder if this, I think this rose is too big. See like how we did here? There's like this little pattern with the cherries. And if you maybe aren't into the cherries, you could always just remove them. But the cherries, I think, look very, very cute inside. It just adds a little touch of something special. For now, maybe I should leave this pattern alone. But if you wanted to, you could put stuff in here. I'm like, would the rose fit? I think the rose is too big. Let me try. Just out of curiosity, let me just give it a shot. Oh, well, that's not going to stamp very nicely. I definitely think we could put strawberries in there if we wanted, or strawberries, cherries, and more bows. Oh, what the heck? All of a sudden, my stamping juju. Give me 1 sec. Maybe I need to clean off my scraper. Sometimes, if you're having a difficult pickup, it might be because your scraper has too much polish caked onto it, so you can't get a really good, clean scrape. Ah, see? Oh, I don't like, here. I actually don't, I always use the edge of my scraper, but I prefer to do this instead with the double-ended brush and use the dotting tool end. Oh, I could do a rose, but it would be a really, really tight fit. Well, that's an option too, in case you guys want to use, like, let's say you didn't want to bust out another set of plates. You could always just use everything that's on the plate and just take apart the individual designs that you see and like to kind of create your own thing, like how I did here. I really, really like the way that turned out. Hold on. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so that way we can take a closer look at all the designs we created. Oh man, We've been together for a while. You guys are very patient. But you see, this is what happens when we do reverse stamping. It takes all of the attention and time. So let's take a look at our designs up close. Trying to make sure you guys can see. Yeah, this is cute. I love the little black florals. Yeah. And that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this live because I definitely enjoyed hanging out with all of you. If I didn't have a chance to answer your questions, please make sure to type it in the comment section below and we will get back to you as soon as possible. I hope everyone has a great week and we'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Thanks everyone. Bye.